We got a new panel. We got three panelists here. We got Ivo Sanen, who's the Managing Director of Portwise. We got Fadi Amoudi, who's the CEO and entrepreneur starting IQ Robotics. And Olivier Laurent, who is the Regional Head of Business Development for DHL Global Forwarding here in the region. This session is around the term, how do we future-proof what we do in the industry? Is it really possible to future-proof? What exactly is it that we should future-proof? I mean, the industry has not been short of larger disruptive events the last 5 years. How do you see technology being able to help us to manage and become more resilient in the face of turbulence in geopolitics, in sustainability, and supply chain fragmentation?
Hello. I think the question should be, what do we need to future-proof by addressing what the challenges that we're going to face, more or less, and building a risk assessment roadmap in order to see it through. It's a wide variety of challenges out there, right? So we learned from the pandemic, labor, shortages, etc. No one can do anything, correct? So with that, you have to basically more transform into more of the automation perspective from your robotics and warehouse logistic requirements by building that risk assessment there. Are we future-proof ready to transform? Are we going to have another pandemic or another scenario that we will be faced with that? So what do I need to do? Instead of hundreds of people in the warehouse, I might automate, correct? That will save me more or less 60-70% less labor. Hence, our risk on that factor is much less. That's number one. Number two is the other challenge of more disruptions in inventory, stock, transport, freight, etc. So how are we going to basically solve that also? Is it more on forward stock locations, bringing goods or manufacturing closer to the regions that we are currently in? So we have to also address that from that point of view. From the modest 5 years, we've been operational for 5 years only. I can share with you that in the past 2 years, we transformed over 4 to 5 entities in multiple locations. 3 of them were in the pandemic as we speak. Labor redundancy was up. We saved people close to 420 people within their warehouses, each and every facility. And that made them more basically future ready for anything that happens. Now, what we're currently also building is an end-to-end logistic connected platform, whereby you have more visible data for that sense also, because you need to have that in order to forecast what you need to do in terms of future-proofing whatever you're going to be facing down in the future. But if I may add a bit of value in it, we're going to be addressing labor, we're going to be addressing shortfalls of inventory and forecasting, okay? And above all, sustainability is crucial and very important, but that plays a factor a bit with automation and so on as we see it. So from industries such as retail, grocery, fashion, pharma, everyone depends on people and stock, correct? So those two issues, if we build a roadmap to solve these challenges or whatever challenges that we're going to face, we're not going to have that much of an interrupted, basically, flow when it comes to our entire supply chain flow. Last mile will always be last mile, courier will always be courier, but realistically, at the end of the day, it's maintaining to have an output and then transport that output to the end location that we need to transport it.